Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome back to another reaction on this channel to the band Zornheym with the song Keep the Devil Away, their official music video. I got my older brother here again. I'm trying to get him for a bunch of reactions because I think it's fun having another person interact with and go back to back talking about music.
Especially when this person knows a little bit more about metal than you.
Sure.
Just kidding.
No, but in all jokes aside, in many ways, the education of rock and metal is due to you and our father.
Came from our father,
because I'm 6 years younger. So essentially, most of the bands I was introduced in the beginning were from you.
Yeah.
Megadeth, Metallica.
But this time around, we're not keeping the devil away. We're trying to bring him in.
To see what we got here.
To see what we got
Let's get in there. Got some Harry Potter music. Two seconds, I'm gonna keep going. He looks like a fucking Uruk-hai when he's in black from Lord of the Rings.
I don't know. I didn't make that juxtaposition yet, but he looks interesting.
He looks like you don't remember Uruk-hai from like the Two Towers?
Uruk-hai, yeah. I like this.
Keep him astray, hear us pray.
I'm kind of 50-50 on it, to be honest.
No, I'm kind of 50-50 on the song myself yet, but for some reason when he mellowed out, he started doing that vocal.
That was nice.
The melody of the singing was interesting. It instantly hooked me.
I don't know. For me, it's like there's nothing particular I could go be like, well, that was weakly written or this. But it's like just
generic.
I don't know if I think they're trying to do something different, but it's not particularly jiving with me. I haven't made my mind up yet about this band, guys. But
yeah, I think we need to keep going a little bit.
It's just it has this kind of it's symphonic metal, but it's also trying to have black metal elements.
But it's not. It's sort of subdued. Symphonic black metal is very colorful. It entices you with its melody. It invites you to dark worlds that it wants you to explore. It needs to be very illustrative. That's how I always felt about black metal music. It paints a mental picture for you.
Well, I'm not digging right now, though. Yeah. It's more orchestral focused than it is guitar and drums focused.
I don't mind that.
We'll see.
Like, the main melody is doing it for me.
I mean, what do you think?
I would say it's not bad. It's if somebody told me that this was very, very, very early Dimmu Borgir before they found their voice and solidified themselves as artists. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like somebody who's on their journey to become something special. Again, it's hard to pay attention to something after 30 plus years of listening to all genres of metal and saying, well, this instantly stands out. I don't think this particular reaction, at least from my standpoint, is about finding something in the song that stands out and say like, whoa, yes, these guys are amazing. At the same time, we're not going to pet them on the head and say like, yeah, you guys are trying. We're going to be honest about it. I feel that there's enough meat here to say like, hey, I'm taking the bite so far.
See, I listen to the music. There's some nice changes going on. There's some nice violin and orchestral moments and all this thing. But for some reason, as I'm listening to it, the music video is not helping me. I think that the Urukai faces are not.
He's trying too hard for this song.
I think he might be. I think maybe the director had him do something and they kind of overdid it a little bit.
Right.
And I'm not digging the music video, for example. Then the perspective of the music, it's like this chorus. It's like the third time I'm hearing the chorus. And it's just, I'm not hooked by any element. There's nothing that's particular.
Are you looking for more?
You know what it is? Even though I'm a very logical person, I want to logically break down which element hooks me. On an emotional level, there's not much going on. And I
wouldn't dispute that.
Yeah. I would even say I'm slightly bored. And again, it's not because the band sucks, because I don't think so. There's very few times you just put it on like, what is this garbage?
Yeah.
Very few. Yeah. Most of the time, it's like, I don't think this is.
Most people are talented. They're out there. They're looking for themselves. They're looking to unlock that inner talent fully.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's just unfortunately doesn't happen. We obviously don't know this band. We just discovered it. It's our very first reaction to it.
To me, you said Dimmu Borgir, which is an interesting point because they are like Dimmu Borgir, the lighter version.
That's what I was thinking.
I like Dimmu Borgir more because of their heaviness.
Yeah.
Not to mention because of them and Cradle of Filth and a couple other bands were the ones to innovate that genre of that symphonic black metal-ish sound. Yeah. Or I like stuff like Satan's Host, which is black metal with power metal.
But see, I would instantly try to see where people come into this video, that diehard black metal community, and say like, oh, this is too processed, this is too clean, it's garbage. I don't personally believe that. I never did. I listened to rougher recordings like, the Bathory earlier albums. They're unfortunately not very well produced. They're amazing music. Something like this, I don't mind. It's clean and crisp. I enjoy the fact that it's different from Dimmu Borgir and that it's softer. I like the fact that I could hear all the instrumentation, all the layered melodies. It works for the song, not against it.
I will correct you on one thing. I think that era of elitist black metal fans kind of over. I think
I still see it time and again. People are commenting and stuff like it's too processed. It's too clean. I think
generally speaking, the audience now, especially the younger generation, let's say if I'm 34, like 10 years younger, they're a lot more open to changes. Hopefully. Not sticking to this like formula of black metal. You need to shove shitty recording with blast beats, like
record it in your bathroom.
Like Lena Scissorhands from Infected Rain, when I did the interview, I don't know if you saw it. She goes, "There's no such thing as pure genre of black metal, or
right." I saw that.
It's everything's a blend now, and this is a blend of different genres.
It is. That's what I was talking about, this melody. Little neoclassical.
literally the orchestral moments. This I got to turn on. The second part of that song here was really nice. The solo, the melodies,
Yeah,
the
complete turnaround.
almost like neoclassical, right?
A lot of neoclassical pieces, they're obviously structured like a mini version of a classical composition. They're obviously drawing on these like mid 90s, early 90s power metal bands that like were Sabotage, you know, like
Or,
you want neoclassical.
For example, one band that I was introduced to on this channel was Septic Flesh, which is a Greek band. And what they're known for is Dimo Burger kind of introduced some orchestral moments.
Yeah.
One of the band members in Septic Flesh actually can write orchestral music.
Right.
So he writes it from scratch. It's the driving force of the band, and guitars and drums are secondary.
Well, you see, I think
it seems like they might have been inspired by Septic Flesh as well.
I think that I've personally, I'll let my brother speak for himself. I jumped the gun on the song a little bit too quickly. What was transpiring in the second half of the song, I like 100% without a doubt. I like it. There's this growth. I think I want to identify what my brother was talking about between the first melody and how it went into the bridge and into the chorus. I didn't find a lot of coherence. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my taste. It felt like there's a dissonance of melodies happening there. I was like, hold on a second. You started here, which is a nice intro. Then you're still taking me somewhere else. You're confusing me sonically. Like, I don't understand what is happening. And I was getting to this part. I'm like, okay. And one thing I got to give for the frontman, regardless of how he was used in this video.
Right?
Yeah, how he was directed. He has a lot of raw talent. I think, once again, I'm not trying to placate. I'm not trying to soften my impression. I think there's great potential here.
I think first of all, I do like his vocals. I like his growls. His growls are nice.
Yeah.
I think I just might need to kind of sit down with a band like this and listen to an album because it feels very disjointed listening to one song.
Yeah.
And perhaps it's meant to be listened to as an album. I enjoyed the second part of the song. I can't say I'm sold on it, but they have my curiosity.
It's a great thing that you mentioned albums because when you listen to a full album, you don't hear necessarily similar sounds, but they're ideas in songwriting that reinforce one song to the next.
And a song that you might have not liked on its own in the context of an album is actually
100%.
I think there's only a little bit left. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just the weakest part of this video is the music video. The song wasn't bad. I've changed kind of my opinion on it as it went on.
Yeah.
I would check out more from this band, but I'm also kind of wary because, again, I do like Septic Flesh. I do like Demo. I like things in this vicinity. So
there's bands that when you discover them, they become your main course, and you completely dive into it and submerge yourself in their discography for a month on end. And there are other bands which are more like a dessert. Like you would download an album and listen to it and enjoy it. It would not represent the greatest of that subgenre, substrata of metal, but you still like to pop it in because it's either catchy or you like the vocals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This feels like a dessert for somebody like myself who listens to a lot of these type of songs. But I also come into it with humbleness, with humility, understanding that there's even more to discover out there. There's even more to understand.
I've learned from this channel that you should let go of your what I know and what I've but I've been listening to it for 30 years.
Yeah.
And try your best to take a step back and come in naive and blank to see what you get. And in terms of, again, I'm interested where this potentially can go.
Yeah.
And where this band can kind of be. Main course, I don't know. I don't even know if I would put them in my discography, but I'd be interested to, at the very least, give the respect of listening to one album.
It's music that I think deserves attention.
Well, no, that I don't disagree. Like when somebody down below in the comments tells me I love this, I'd be like, I get it.
Yeah, 100%.
And guys, now let me know what you thought of this particular song and your opinions. I know there's been quite a few requests for this one.
Lord of the Rings fans out there, if you unite in our Uruk-hai armies and tell us how did you feel about that?
How did you feel about the Two Tower music video we got here?
Yeah.
Guys, and make sure to enjoy the rest of it. Stay safe out there with everything going on in the world. And most of all, guys, keep it metal.